Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Glad you're here. Today we're at the beach and we're going to talk about cis males. More specifically, I saw a TikTok yesterday and it was a trans man saying he really wants cis male friends but he can't find any. And as someone who basically was friends with everyone, females, males, trans women, I guess you say trans men, I'm sorry. Um, English is not my first language. um yeah, I figured I'll just make a video about it. I'll just like share my experience. I'm trying to make as few cuts as possible in this video, so I guess it's gonna be a little longer, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So let's go. Basically, why I decided to make this video is because I resonated with the message of the TikTok. And I used to feel the same, and from time to time I still feel the same. It's crazy because I feel like I exactly know why I'm almost yearning, not anymore, but why uh I would love to have like a cis male friend group, but at the same time it's still, I don't know, it's still there. um so let's talk about it. When I was pre everything, I wasn't outed, so I was passing as a female. I was basically not passing, but I wasn't outed. So I mean, you know, um, I had a friend group, and there were like a couple of these guys. I think it was actually more guys than girls, but we were not like children. We were like 15, maybe like 16 years old. So we were still, I mean, I'm not that old now, but we were younger than I am now. Um, and we used to do a lot of cool stuff. And there was this one guy, and he kind of introduced me to a lot of music I'm currently listening to. For example, Kendrick Lamar, and he used to like go to concerts with me and basically teach me how to cook. And he was almost like a father figure. And that was my first cis male friend where I was like, okay, you're fucking cool. You're like, I can learn from you, and I respect you, and I, in a like friendship way, I love you. And before that, to be honest, I didn't respect men in general, and I still have my problems with respecting men in general. um I don't want to get deeper into that, but because that's not what we're going to talk about today. But yeah, he was kind of like the first um, guy who guided me for a while. um and that's where I learned, oh, I maybe there's more than female friends. Maybe it's actually cool to have male friends, and that's where my I want to have more cis male friends thingy started. Um, Unfortunately, I mean, I was obviously still in school, and unfortunately, all the boys from my school sucked. All of them. No, there were two that were chill, but the rest of them are either stupid Nazis or stupid. So I guess they're all the same. Um, and I still, there were times where I still tried to be friends with them because I just felt like, oh, it's so cool to be friends with a man because it makes you actually feel like a little boy. And even though I was pre-transition, I obviously still knew, oh, something might be wrong. So naturally, I would look for male friends instead of females, and always ended up having more female friends. And that is until, yeah, that I still have more female friends. Mm, yeah. So basically, okay. So for now, what we learned from now is that I had this one friend, and he taught me a lot, and then he moved away. And then I tried tried making friends at school. That didn't really work because I just felt like they were dumb as fuck. Then I started to transition, and that was probably the best thing that I did. But for like having or starting my friendships, that sucked because I'm from a small town and everyone's very, very, very small minded. And I wouldn't say I lost some friends, but some people talked shit about me behind my back when I transitioned, and I thought they were friends, and quite a few of them were men. So I had to cut them out because I don't want to be friends with someone who talks shit about me behind my back. That's not a friendship I'm longing for. Um, so uh, there I was back again with all my girly girly pop friends, and I'm very grateful for my female friends. That's not I'm not trying to make this video to say, oh, I only wanted cis male friends. I was always looking for friendships, and I didn't care about the gender as much as you'd think by now. Obviously, I would have loved to have cis male friends, but I was still, and I am still to this day, very grateful for every friendship I had. Uh, whether it was a like male or female. Um, yeah. Then I basically, as I said, had no male friends, because I had to sort them out. And then I had this friend, and he's a trans man, um, and it's a little sad because I was very young when we met, and he is, I think, 7 years older. I was actually 15 when we met, so he was 21. Um, and in the beginning, I used to look up to him because he was. I mean, I don't. It's crazy because if I say I don't care if it's a trans man or a cis man, I'd underline that, but there's a difference because I feel like that's my experience, by the way. So your experience can be different, and will probably be different. But I connected deeper with every trans man I met than cis males. Um, so yeah, I met this trans man, and he basically taught me nothing, and yeah, quite literally groomed me for 3 years. Um, so there was again, with less cis friends than before, but luckily at the same time I entered a new friend group, and there were a lot of cis males and also trans men. That was cool. Um, I'm always saying cis males and then trans men. Maybe it's cis men. It's probably cis men. I'm sorry. Um, and that friend group healed me because there was no mm, there it was just natural. I feel like it came natural, and the men connected the same way that the women connected to me, or the boys and the girls. We were like still very young. Um, we all connected on the same way, and the men didn't judge me for having boobs. That was very, very healing. Um, and there are still some that I talk to until this day, but when you're young, I feel like friendships or friend groups last for like a year, and you have a really great time, and then they just fall apart because people move, or they get into crazy relationships or whatever. Um, so yeah, yeah, we're not a friend group anymore, but that is totally okay. Um, and yeah, now let's jump to now. Now I'm here, and what all of this taught me is that longing for cis men's validation won't get you far, because I mean, technically, what does it give you? I mean, yeah, okay, you're getting valid, like you're friends with a cis man. Now what? just because you're friends with a cis men doesn't mean that they're a good person. That doesn't mean that they have the right morals. That doesn't mean that they treat their girls right. You know what I mean? So basically, what I'm saying is yes, um, I I was looking for cis male friends. Um, but even when I had them, they didn't really feel the gap that I was feeling, and that was probably just a lack of self-confidence. And from my experience, you will not get more confident once you're in a group of friends that has some cis boys in there. That doesn't, I mean, confidence lies within yourself, and yes, reassurance and validation and everything will automatically make it better, but you you gotta do the biggest part if you really want to feel safe within yourself. Um, and that's what I learned. And I don't know, just hunting. And I guess you can call it hunting because I was specific. Like there was a time where I was specifically looking for cis men, as friends, um, and the only thing that it taught me is that a lot of people are more stupid than I expected them to be. So I'd rather just make friends in general, and if there's a cis man, then that's fine. But if not, that's cool too, because I have awesome friends in general. I Yeah, I mean, what can I say? I yeah, I just have great friends. There's nothing else that I can say. And this whole thing of you're in a group of boys, da 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 da. I've I don't know. It's it's okay-ish if you play. For me, again, my experience, because I know there are people that are smarter than the people I used to hang with. Um, it's cool, but it's only cool if you play dumb, and if only it's only cool if you play ignorant, and if you just don't really listen to them. Um, so yeah, I guess my experience with cis boyfriend groups is not necessarily the best, but it was still worth it, and it was still. I think I would still yearn for it if there wasn't a time that I was in a like group of friends that was basically only men, cis men. Um, but I can confidently say I'm more comfortable with my current friends and having so many females around me, and not even that was not what I tried to say. Not I didn't mean to say I have so many females around me, because I mean I do have a lot of females around me, but having people around me that I truly care for and that are truly care, and they all truly care for me, that is the biggest blessing. And I don't care what their what gender they are. I simply don't care anymore, and that's crazy healing, because there's I feel like I put away the pressure that I made up myself, plus the social pressure, because I mean, whenever you see a boy and he's with a group of girls, a lot of people automatically assume that you're gay. And if you have a low self-esteem, you're probably gonna get mad when people tell you you're gay. um it's crazy. I had a time when I was kind of like, I kind of got mad when people told me, oh, or not even told me, they asked me, are you gay? Because I had a lot of female friends. um Obviously that's not the case anymore, because I feel like if I would still be insecure, there wouldn't be a reason for me to talk about it on the internet. But yeah, that was the time, and now I just feel more safe overall. I feel better in my body. I feel like my body is finally my body. um and my friends help me a lot throughout my whole transition. And yeah, basically some of them, like I have a friend of mine, and we've been friends for almost 10 years, and she's seen every single season. Like she saw everything from season 1 of my life to season fucking 8. And that's something I'm grateful for. Whoa, I'm trying to end this video, but I just don't find the sentence that I want to say. I think basically what I'm trying to say is, since my friends are not worth it, they are worth it if they are great people. I made the experience that they're usually not the best people, but that might be because I haven't seen that much from the world yet. So maybe I just haven't made enough experiences yet. Haven't made experience. Make an experience. No, I think haven't. I don't know. You know what I mean. Um, I guess that's that. And then also, if you're watching this and you feel like I felt when I was younger, and you really want to be in that group of like boys, you want to be one of the boys, I all I can like tell you is that it's not worth it, and you're risking a lot of sleep and your health. Okay, honestly, I feel like I'm basically just saying everything I said all over again, so I feel like maybe it is time to say, okay, thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. And I know this video doesn't really have a structure, but I don't know. I kind of enjoyed not having a structure. Um, yeah, let me know if you like the video, and then also please hit the like and subscribe button so I can make more videos talking about some topics that are on my mind. At the beach, because I think that's pretty cool. All right, see you next time. Stay safe.